Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the BigSin Podcast. I am your host, Sinji. My co-host with me, Big Tone Son
Yo,
and Herb.
What up?
Herb, you're just Herb for life at this point. Let's just accept that.
Well, you said that like 6 podcasts ago, so.
I don't know. It's for life. It's just every time I say it to my head, I'm like, yeah. Why am I still? You know what? He's just Herb for life.
Shit.
The segment that starts it off. What grind my gears last week, this week, whatever week. And this week for me, it was just ungrateful people. Like
Mm.
when niggas are mad, bro, you really see how selfish. Like you see their what they actually are like. You know what I mean? Because like regardless of whatever situation you're in, when you're upset, there's multiple ways to handle a situation, especially in a work environment. So when you choose like a disrespectful way to handle the situation, it shows it just shows a lot about yourself in general. Like that just it doesn't sit well with me, I guess I would say.
Mm.
Next.
I would say what really grinds my gears is people that don't clear their car off of snow. Okay, so that leads me also to another type. I feel that see, we had some ice and some not so good conditions. So like, I feel like you gotta you be mad at someone didn't clear the car off, and then that ice hit your windshield, break it. So like, why don't you do the same? But I digress. And then there's another certain different variation. People don't clear off half of their roof of the hood. Like you cleared off your driver's side, but you didn't want to go ahead and do the passenger side. Like, are you lazy?
Yeah, just get all your snow off, honestly.
Yeah,
You're
that's
already
my
doing
thing.
it. Your hands should already be the same fucking type of freezing. Just get the snow off, dude.
Yeah, I can understand tractor trailers and stuff, but like,
I can
if
only
you can
understand like if it's frozen on there.
like if you look at like tractor trailers or something, you drive on those. I completely understand if you can't reach the top of that thing, but if you drive a Jeep and you just don't clear it off because you just don't want to, like, come on, you figure out a way. Get a step
Yeah,
stool, clear that thing off, do something.
yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it. Tone.
I
This nigga
don't
don't
really
have one.
have one. No,
Yeah, this
no,
nigga don't have
honestly, I really don't have one. I guess the only gripe I have is I still can't play Cyberpunk because of that
one.
stupid bug.
It brings me to one of my topics of discussion today. All right, so obviously a lot of people bought Cyberpunk and it didn't pan out to what it should have been. Correct.
Correct.
Well, what happened to being able to do a free demo on games before playing them?
Oh, nothing happened to it. I think they stopped doing it because they didn't want you to see how fucked up their game is.
So it was a developer decision to not.
Yeah, that's the developer's decision. Because I mean, you still had 2K does a prequel every year. Um, Madden still does it every year. When NBA Live was still being made, they did it. Uh, to me, it's just people who or developers who are not even necessarily developers, but the heads of these companies who don't want their player base to see how messed up their games are.
Well, yeah, that explains that.
Do
Now,
y'all
as
remember
far,
when I said, do y'all remember when they had those games you would get for like the demos, had like 6 games on there, and you'd play the hell out them games?
Oh hell yeah, I
yeah,
missed them.
I remember getting like,
Yeah.
yeah, I had this one demo disc for like PlayStation 1 that had like 12
Mm.
games on it. I didn't know like half the games, but like they were still fun to play randomly.
Yeah.
Shit, demo disc was the first time I ever played. I got a demo disc from Pizza Hut that had Tony
Yep.
Hawk Pro Skater
That was one of them I had
and
too.
Metal Gear Solid on there.
Yeah, that was one.
Hell
Yeah, I
yeah.
miss demo. I miss demo disc. Game Informer used to always have demo discs
Yep.
in the magazines. Even when like when the Xbox 360 and the PS3 was released, they always had demos available in the in the store. But it seems like the closer we got to the PS4, the less and less we saw demos and shit. Like I said, I think it's just because developers don't want you to see how screwed up their games are, or not developers, companies.
Hmm.
That's possible. Now, I showed Tone earlier. Another thing I want to talk about before I mention it. Herbie, what's your take on flopping in the NBA?
Flopping. Well, it depends on how egregious is the flop. Cause like being a bigger guy, like if I didn't like actually fall on purpose, like I never got charges called. So like I had to fall a little bit. But like if you're not even getting hit, or like if you like Tone probably knows what I'm talking about, how you take a charge unless you fall back when you get hit in the chest, you don't get the call. But some of them are egregious. Like if you flail, if it looks like you got hit, then that's a little bad. But
I'm gonna be honest with
Okay.
you, I can't stand it. I cannot
yeah,
stand it. And the first time I ever saw flopping in the NBA was Manu Ginobili when he played for the Spurs.
yeah,
It got to the point where the NBA had to set up a rule where if you got caught flopping, then you got fined. And man, I feel like flopping has just got worse.
yeah,
It's almost unwatchable. I don't even watch the NBA anymore because because of the like when everyone started teaming up, I kind of stopped watching it. And then once the flopping just started getting overtly egregious, I was done. I checked out.
yeah.
Not
Like
only that, but the three ball, like, oh god, I can't stand it.
yeah,
On
that's the
on
analytics.
on a fast break, these dudes are really pulling from three. I hate it so much.
Yeah,
Now,
that's the analytics part of it.
Tone will know what I'm talking about because I showed him video earlier. And I think it was last night's game against, I want to say the Mavericks.
I think
LeBron
so.
James. LeBron James did one of the worst flops I've ever seen. Because I don't watch basketball too much, so I don't get to see them too often. But oh my, it was a bad one.
Yeah, he got fined for that too.
As
Yeah,
he
it
rightfully
was
so.
embarrassing.
And like the
Yeah.
commentators was just like, oh, this is just ridiculous at this point. Are you serious? Come on. 'Cause he didn't even, bro, he didn't even get touched.
Yeah, not at all. I saw a video. I was telling Carlos earlier that I saw a video where Cristiano Ronaldo, walked by some guy, literally nudged him. This dude fell over like he got shot in the head. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. It's number one. I hate soccer just Well, soccer just to me is not a good sport at all. It's boring as shit. But just the flopping in soccer is so bad too.
Mm.
I, but honestly, I mean, I know it may make the game a little longer, but I think maybe you should start instituting instant replay to see if these motherfuckers are flopping or not. And instead of fining them, start suspending them.
Mm. You talking about
Start
NBA or in
suspending
soccer?
NBA.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say I don't know so much you can do about it. But yeah, it's bad. But like I if it's like what y'all say where he didn't get touched and he flopped, then that's kind of flop I don't agree with. But like if someone's taking like a a charge to the chest and they fall down, then I that's fine as long as they're like taking the contact for it.
That man didn't get touched whatsoever, bro. It was
Mm,
disgusting.
mm, yeah,
Okay,
To me it's an embarrassment.
yeah. I can believe it.
so next topic I want to discuss is um I've said this a couple times. I don't know if I said it on this actual channel or yeah, this podcast or whatever. But I think we're in a day and age where it is absolutely completely doable to have every game that has loading time, a mini game in the loading screen. Whatever screen you're in, something to do during the loading screens. Especially if it's like a big game and it's not. It might take. It can take a while. Like you're playing something major, like a big multi, like this, like Warzone. Warzone's a huge multiplayer game, and it has that little area where we could just shoot each other while it's loading. Now, why it's loading when it apparently already got all the people we needed, I don't particularly know. Or is it getting more people as time goes on? I have no idea.
It has a baseline like 130, and then once it gets like 150, it launches.
Hmm. Yeah,
So
so
it
like
kind
something
of
to do.
gains. Yeah.
I just think we're at a point in time where like that's not too much to ask for.
Well, in 2K15, um, like if you're a mod player and you selected to play a game while it was loading up, you could still actually shoot around on your little court if you wanted to.
Yeah, or like Rocket League, you can practice if you want. Fucking Call of Duty, you can kill niggas if you want. I don't know. I feel like it should be like a standard by now. But
Yeah, but nowadays, like with the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, there's not much. There's not much time in between to actually do something. I mean, the
well,
only game
that's
that I've
fine. So that's fine because like in the PS2 era, not to cut you off, when like if you would play like a Dragon Ball Z game, you could literally just mash buttons and see how many bowls of ramen or whatever food you can make Goku eat in one loading screen. And like if the loading screen's fast, you get one or two bowls, whatever. If it takes surprisingly long, you get like 52 bowls, and you're entertained. It's it is what it is.
I know in Cold War is the only game that I've ran into that was a PS5 game that for some odd reason takes a while to load into a match. It's
Maybe it's just
it's
like
annoying.
a huge game for them. I don't know.
No, I just think Treyarch isn't that good at making games. To be honest with you,
Damn.
Yeah. I
I,
forget whichever.
I
There's one that's like I like playing, and the other one I'm like I won't get Call of Duty this year.
yeah,
I can't remember which one it is.
I don't like when Treyarch makes Call of Duty games. They're just and the first I'll give them the first three Black Ops were good. Black Ops 4 was booty butt cheeks. Cold War it doesn't play good at all. To me, it's real laggy. It's buggy. I don't really. I don't really enjoy it too much.
Yeah.
Now, leaving the topic of game. Actually, no, let's stay on the topic for a second. I had the absolute pleasure, because it was fun. It really was fun. Pleasure of trying this this game that PlayStation Stealth dropped, and I told Tone about it. He was interested in playing it. Don't know if he's actually gonna do it, but
Mm.
it's called We Were Here, Irby. And it is a very short co-op puzzle game where it's like an escape the room type of deal. You and your partner are separated, and the librarian has to help the explorer escape this place through a series of puzzles. And it's like an hour of gameplay. It was fun. I had fun with it, man.
Oh, so you already tried it?
Oh yeah, I've tried it. I recorded it. Don't know when it's gonna go on YouTube. Simply Gaming, ladies and gentlemen. Simply Gaming. But it'll go up eventually.
Mm.
Is it still free, or is it free?
It should still be free. It was free.
Mm. Free is for me. I'll download it tonight.
Yeah, man. It's just why for like an hour of content to do an Irby play. Why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shoot, I might get it.
I know Tone likes escape rooms because we did one together. I know Irby likes stuff that makes him think. So all you guys gotta do is decide who the hell's gonna be the librarian and who's gonna be the explorer.
Oh, I'll be the librarian. Let Tone explore.
Mm.
Mm.
I love exploring.
All right. In other news, I
Exploring
heard
dark
something on the
caves.
radio that like had me mind boggled, like really fucking mind boggled. I couldn't fucking believe it.
Had you befuddled?
Yes, it had me befuddled.
Yes.
Whatever the fuck that actually means.
This is another state of confusion.
It was more like the audacity, but like not that, when you actually think about it, it's really believable. It's a shame. So like in the state of Minnesota, guys, state of Minnesota, if you die, follow me here. If you die, you are dead. You are gone from this world. Your landlord gets word of it. He can cancel your lease in up to 2 months, and then charge your family for the remainder of the balance of your lease.
Mm.
That is state law in Minnesota, or is it Wisconsin?
I mean, I'm
If
not
you,
surprised. I mean, I forgot which southern state it was, but one of those southern states in like the 2000s finally made it illegal to enforce segregation.
it's Wisconsin. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm not shocked at all.
Yeah, no, but
Yeah.
that's stupid, man. Like, come on, bro. You can't force that on people. I mean, like, legally you can, I guess.
That's a scumbag move.
It is. It's a scumbag move.
It's something Steve would do.
It is. It's something
Damn.
Steve would do.
Damn. I just gonna rag on the boy.
Fuck it.
Hey, if the shoe fits.
Damn. Man said
So,
the shoe fits.
Hey, am I lying?
those were all my 4 topics. I was hoping something would spark up something in one of you. Anything, anybody.
I mean,
Nah.
we talk about 2K.
I have no idea what you mean about 2K. You mentioned that earlier. I don't know what's going on with 2K.
Okay, so apparently the 2K21 next gen is so bad that a lot of not even just YouTubers, but a whole lot of people are going back to playing NBA 2K20 current gen and NBA 2K21 current gen, a lot of YouTubers have seen an increase in viewership because I think it took 2 months for them to update, to send out a patch update for 2K21 next gen. And for weeks, people have been complaining about shot contests. Uh, Basically, I've seen gameplay footage where people are literally running to the corner doing fadeaway 3 pointers and hitting that green every single time. And I know that's got to be frustrating. I haven't played 2K online in I think since like a week after it came out because here's the thing about 2K I don't understand, right? Now I've been playing 2K since it first debuted on the Sega Dreamcast, and I think the best dribbling that we've had in the game so far is 19. I don't understand why they have such a great dribbling system. They would just change it up. Like, I lost interest in 2K20 within a month after buying it because I couldn't. I didn't like the dribbling. And 2K21, they dumbed down the dribbling to make it appeal to everybody, so anyone can pick it up and play it. There's no longer a skill gap to it. And I mean, I'm not by no means am I a dribble god, but I can break down a defense pretty well and get to the rack if need be. But I don't understand how they've regressed so much. It, I don't know if I'm going to buy 2K22. To be honest with you,
I
I
mean,
still, and you know what? I
I
still
don't
own
think
2K9. I still own 2K19, and I probably won't play next gen 2K at all. I'm actually am going to go back to 2K21 or 2K19 very soon.
Shoot, I was playing that the other day.
I don't think sports games should come out every year anyway. I mean, I think we talked about this last podcast or last episode. But
We
like
did.
just fucking or at least the consumers just pick one and go every other year. There's not gonna be an extravagant change, and if there is an extravagant change, it's probably not gonna be worth it.
I do remember Madden came out stick though. That was the one year we had to get it.
Yo, that
But
was a
yeah,
game changer.
yeah.
Still
I
is.
used to get Madden like it's like every 2 years is what I would get it.
That's
Uh,
good.
like like 14 or 16. But otherwise, it didn't really change.
That's like how it should be. Like there's really
This
no reason to get it every day. I mean every year.
this this year was the first Madden I haven't bought since 2000, since Madden '04.
Since
This is the
Madden
first one,
04.
and I said this one or 2021. I played the free trial. I mean, it's just I really like it. To me, it felt the same as 21. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna sit here and keep wasting my goddamn money on this game. And it's the same year in and year out, so now I'm good.
It is.
Mm,
It is the same game.
yeah, yeah. I used to be on that narcotic where I had to get it every year. I gotta
Madden's the
get the new one
same.
when it came out. Put them for my
2K is the
pre-order.
same. Hell, fucking probably MLB is probably the same.
I never
FIFA is
did
probably
any.
always
Yeah.
the fucking same.
Oh yeah, that is. I've heard people complain about that. But like they're like, oh, they're just charging you to pay for the ultimate team players or whatever.
But
Yep.
people buy it every year.
Yeah, and every year you pay, and then you have to rebuild your team by paying every year, and it's like I'm finna just play the same one until you upgrade it.
Well, yeah, when
This
you hear
dude,
about guys spending thousands and thousands of dollars a week on just opening up packs, and then the next year you basically have to start all over again from scratch and rebuild that team over again. I don't get it.
I'm not paying for anything.
I tried I tried Madden Ultimate Team and I just thought it was stupid. I didn't like it at all. I don't know what I don't understand what the appeal is. To be honest with you.
Some people like managing the team, or they like doing it that way, or like getting the players they want and then drafting. But I also feel like if you want to do all that, you might as well just like go in there, change the roster to get who you want on your team, then start a franchise.
Basically,
Yeah,
like once I figured out that people were making their own incoming rookies, like not even for the next year, but for a couple years. That's when I was finally like, there really is no need to upgrade Madden. I mean,
yeah,
because I could just download the updated roster and I'm good.
yeah, pretty much. That's what I remember the one year I had NCAA and I had like 6 Tim Tebows in my league. I just imported that shit every year, and he wasn't too bad. He wasn't too shabby.
On a fucking side note, this dude Trump keeps killing me. It's really upsetting.
We talk about how NCAA's back.
Oh yeah, NCAA. The last one I played was 14. I ain't gonna lie, I did not like 14, but I'm excited because college football has always been way more in depth than Madden. It's always played way better than Madden. I'm so excited.
I'm so
Yeah,
excited.
I
I'm
just
so
can't hide
high.
it.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
There's nothing more fun than taking a 1-star prestige school and then building up to be a powerhouse. Absolutely love it.
yeah, I can't remember. I think I started at Miami most of my times, or Texas.
Always
I,
use the Washington State Cougars.
yeah, I never did them. But yeah, sometimes to be rough and like the only I think I may have did like a low ranked school like one time. I can't remember what it was though, but like that was a struggle.
Oh yeah, it
get
definitely is.
get
But once you get like a good quarterback, know you money base.
like I
Mm-hmm.
literally had to play every single game to ensure that like I won.
Yep.
It's rough, man. Leave it a simulation. Your team does stupid shit. Like my team has
Yeah,
good defense, but if I just simmed every game, I'd probably have one of the worst records in the league.
yeah, I
I
know.
remember in NCAA 13, I figured out a defensive play that basically manipulates the O line and not blocking your defensive end. Bro, I was getting like 30 sacks a game. It was insane.
Yeah.
The only way you could stop me from getting to the quarterback is if you threw slants or slants and drag routes. You got to get the ball out your hand quick, or if you did a screenplay. If you did a
Mm,
screen, yeah, that was automatic touchdown every time. But playing again, even when I played in my NCAA league, couldn't stop it.
dang. Out here manipulating the system.
Hey man, do what you got to do. Shit,
What?
one of the dudes in the league figured out that if he ran sluggos but threw the ball before the guy made his cut off the field, that he would get separation from the D-back and he complete the pass every single time. And even if you control that D-back, you cannot stop that play.
Dang, y'all really gaming the system.
Oh, bro, we played that game for about 4 or 5 years straight.
Mm-mm-mm.
after playing it for so long, you're bound to find every little glitch and hack that you can.
Okay. Quick question, sports guys. NBA. Have you guys heard of the 50-40-90 club?
Yeah.
The who the what?
50
Have you
40
heard of the
90
50
club.
40 90 club?
No, because
Me?
I don't really pay attention to the NBA like that.
Was
So
it
the 50-40-90
50% from
club.
yeah,
Yeah, 50%
50%
from the
from
field.
40 from three and 90 from the free throw line.
Yes. It
That
is
sounds like
off.
Steve Nash.
It is a
Yeah.
very prestige club that very few people end up in towards the end of the season. Or at the end of the season, they finish it. Oddly enough, Seth Curry, the brother that almost no one talks about, is
He's
on
actually a good
pace to
player.
start a. And he is, but he is on pace to start a club of his own. He is currently shooting 50-50 and 100.
Ooh.
Mm.
And the NBA is raving about it because it's not something that gets done.
Well,
So,
Seth Curry isn't obviously he's not a superstar. He's kind of been a journeyman his whole career, but he is a really good role player. And
he is.
honestly, and if you're gonna compete for a championship, you need you need reliable guys who know their role and they stick to their role.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want someone like Draymond Green who, listen, nigga, you here to shoot that wide open three from the corner. You're here to play lockdown defense, and you're here to get some
Uh,
rebounds. We don't need you bringing the ball up, trying to run a goddamn offense. That's that. That's what we got. That's what you got Steph for.
I say, but that's different though. He's actually their playmaker and dribbler guy.
Yeah, he
I
can
would
be
I wouldn't
considered
let
a
him shoot
star on
no.
that team.
I would let him shoot no three though, from the quarter. But he
Who's
can
Who,
bring the
that?
Draymond?
ball up. Yeah.
Well, no, Draymond can shoot a pretty high clip from the three if he's
Yeah,
wide open.
he's got to be
But
open.
the
And
last
they
thing
got
I
to be
want
hot.
is the last thing I want is for him to run the offense. Like, no, bro, that's it's like if
He's
I forgot what team used to do it, but you guys remember Anthony Mason?
yeah.
I forgot what team he played for when he did it, but sometimes the team would actually have him play point guard and have him bring the ball up the court and set up their offense, and it was pretty successful. I don't know how many times they ran it, but I definitely do remember seeing them run the offense through him before. I mean, some big men can do that, but
Yeah.
Draymond ain't built like that.
No,
Nah,
he is. Draymond, you see, you haven't seen it in a while though, but like they're actually doing better when he's the one getting everyone where they need to be and setting them up and telling them stuff where to go.
I don't know, man. The few times I've seen him do it, he definitely cost his team to win. Not only that, but he chased
Mm.
KD out of damn Golden State.
Oh, yeah, he did. Well, I think KD wanted to leave anyway because he wanted to team up and play with Kyrie.
Well, I think he wanted to leave because he knew no matter what he did,
it'd be Curry's
that
team.
yeah, exactly. That was never going to be his team.
Because he
But that's
said, "Oh,
why
I felt like I didn't fit in there." Like what? You won
no,
like two or three
you
championships in there.
yeah, it's all about ego.
Yeah,
He
they had
wants to be.
nothing but love and respect for you, bro. You fit in perfectly fine. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's all he couldn't keep his ego in check. You know what I
Uh,
mean? Like you were the man in OKC, but you decided to leave OKC and join the enemy, which was Golden State. So of course, I mean, when he first did that, no, a lot of people did not respect him for that. So when you get to, when you got the Golden State, yeah, they were a powerhouse, but those people still aren't going to respect you because they feel like the only reason why you're winning a championship is because of the team you're on.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
MVP. Well, no, not MVP. Never mind about that. Who you guys think is best player in the NBA currently?
LeBron.
Kawhi Leonard.
No. You know what? You know what? You know the thing about Kawhi? He's not a great leader.
That's why it was a better fit for him in San Antonio.
I actually think he was. I mean, he was a good fit in Toronto. I didn't think he wasn't bad because I mean you had
Lowry
yeah
was the voice of the team.
yeah you had Lowry, but there is no to me there is no definitive leader out in LA. Like they need you need someone who's going to be outspoken, who's going to be able to rally the team. Kawhi is just too much of an introvert for that.
Well,
I don't.
I
It's
wouldn't
just
say an introvert, but like I've I've listened to some stuff and where they say he's like I don't understand why so and so just don't do the job you're supposed to be doing. Like he's one of those people like it's your job, do what you're supposed to do. Don't be like if you can't get it done, figure out a way to get it done type of person. Like
I get
that's
that, but
yeah.
is he saying that during the game, or is it just something he's saying in a press conference? You know?
No, it's just that's just like how he internalizes it. Like he's not gonna tell you nothing, but he's like you just need to do your job or something type deal.
Yeah, but sometimes you need that vocal leader to really motivate you and you know and get your ass kind of kickstarted. Now,
Yeah.
I was a captain of the varsity team my senior year, and when I didn't play the last half of the season because of a knee injury, but there was a young guy on my team who he was really good, had a nasty jab step, but he got called for 3 straight travels in a row off that jab step. I pulled that man aside. I said, "Listen, man, you doing your thing, but you know what you're doing as far as that jab step, bro. It's not going to work. You got to stick that jab step hard. As soon as you stick that jab step hard and you plan it, then you hit him with the cross, and then you attack the basket." My man went out there, killing his defender. Sometimes you just need that guy to pull you. You need that older guy, the leader of your squad, to pull you aside. Say, "Listen, man, yeah, you out there doing your thing, but try this because this might work better for you."
Yeah. See, he's more of a yo, I need to work on this, so let me work on this and I get better. But he ain't gonna tell you, hey, you need to do this. He's
Yeah,
like he's intrinsically motivated instead of extrinsically motivated, you know?
yeah. Like, well, I mean, I don't want to say LeBron was the same way, but you see, LeBron didn't become a better team leader until he went out to Miami and he played with Wade. Because in Miami, he was the best player on that team, but he wasn't the leader.
He's just like one of the guys. Pat
Yeah,
Riley was the
so
leader.
but he learned that he learned that leadership from Pat Riley. He learned that leadership from Dwayne Wade. I bet you Dwayne Wade learned that leadership from Shaq. Dwayne Wade
Yeah.
definitely benefited from playing with Shaq for those couple of years. So I mean, I think I mean besides what the hell's his name? The coach for the Spurs. I can't.
Popovich.
Yeah. Besides Popovich, I mean, who was definitively leader on the Spurs?
Tim Duncan.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah, you are right.
But see, when you think of leadership, you don't think about Tim though, because Tim would tell you some shit, and wasn't no one here but you and Tim.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I never really liked Tim Duncan.
Yeah,
I
he
couldn't. I couldn't stand that Spurs team because they were so fundamentally sound, and that's not when I was a teenager. That's not what I wanted to see.
yeah.
He's
I've
like,
watched him strictly to see.
fuck you for being a good team.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
strictly
know.
would watch them for how to move the ball and see how they play. Wouldn't watch him to
Yeah,
dunk though.
yeah. See, my thing was, my JV coach was an ex NBA player, so like how to move the ball and all that fundamental stuff, I learned from him. And he would always say, you should watch the Spurs, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, I don't want to watch the Spurs.
Shoot.
But I mean, don't get me wrong, I still watch them play. Damn sure rooted against them. I ain't never wanted to win, but they were a really good squad. Really good squad. You can't even deny that. I mean, they were. Anytime I watched them play, I was almost expecting them to win unless they played against the Lakers. And back then, the Lakers were a powerhouse with Kobe, Shaq, Derek Fisher, Robert Horry, Rick Fox.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, that was back in the day.
And, and you want to know what? And even though I hated how fundamentally sound they were, I still took parts of Tim Duncan's game and applied it to my own when I was in high school. Like
Yeah.
that little bank shot. Oh,
Yeah, we used to practice that all the time in practice. Just come up, hit
yep.
a little run through.
Man,
Yeah,
you
that
just a
little
Bank
real
shot.
hater.
that little 15-foot bank shot was always money. Never missed that shot. That was always cash.
It's true. He hit that same spot, the square. It's going in every time.
Oh yeah.
Just
Oh
boop.
yeah.
Damn.
Just takes a little bit of finesse, baby, and it's just gonna go in every single time.
Yeah, I couldn't stand them back in the day. I mean, I like watching them play. I just didn't like watching them play in the playoffs. Cause I'm like, damn, gotta go against these fuckers.
Oh yeah, 'cause they were definitely a tough team.
Yeah, you really had to beat them with Sean Elliott and Bruce Bowen was on there.
Yeah, Bruce Bowen was definitely a lockdown defender, and he was a corner specialist from the three.
Yeah,
Yeah, you had uh, you had a perennial superstar coming off the bench of Manu Ginobili. Tony Parker was Tony Parker's a pretty decent point guard. I mean, he was
yeah,
alright. I honestly think if he wasn't in that system, he wouldn't have been as good as he was. But that's just me.
yeah. I don't think so either.
All right,
Anyone
so since we
else?
talking about the NBA, what younger NBA player do you kind of enjoy watching, or even if you don't watch it, I don't know. I guess watching the highlights and shit like that.
Oh, bro, Curry, obviously, because the shit he does is fucking amazing.
You
Yeah, but
Aside
said
from,
younger.
yeah, Curry's like 30 some years old, bro.
Yeah,
he's younger than the fucking guys we were just talking about.
true. But
Jesus
in the
Christ.
sense of we're talking about like
But like, I guess if you're talking like fucking rookie, I haven't
not
I'm
watched
not.
any
rookies,
of
but
it,
like
but
6 years. I have seen Lamelo's
I was gonna
some of
say
his shit he's
Lamelo's been
doing. I'm
doing
like,
pretty good.
Yo,
yeah,
yeah, Lamelo was a huge surprise. I didn't think he's gonna be as good as he is. Like I said, I haven't really seen a game, but I've watched a lot of highlights,
Youngest player
I
to do a
listened
triple
to.
double, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of his highlights. I've listened to sports and analysis talk about him. Yeah, he could be good, man. He's definitely gonna be good.
mm.
Just hope he's not overhyped. Just has a really good year and then dives
But I
down.
don't see he
How
might.
long?
The difference with him is he went overseas and played with them grown ass men for a while. So like this kind of ain't This might just be his baseline.
True. Young players, man. I don't know. I haven't been like. I want to watch the NBA and like football and not
I do
baseball.
enjoy
Baseball takes
Tyler
way too
Hero.
long. But like, it's a lot of commitment to watch like a whole game, bro. It really is.
It's more of like you just throw it on and just let it go. because that's
And I'm
how I
not
do
really paying
mine.
attention. I try to watch the highlights to games I think are interesting. You know what I mean? Like the fact that LeBron is still fucking dunking like he's 24, 25 is amazing.
I mean, he's 6'8" though, so.
So, bro, you know, as I'm getting older, I'm only 25, and just picking something up off the ground is stressful on my knees, bro.
Yeah, you must be improperly lifting.
No, it's just arthritis and early stage of arthritis goes to both my knees in high school, so shortened it down a little over the years.
Dang. Old
My
man
man.
knees.
Yep.
For real.
Yep, pretty much.
My knees don't feel that bad.
Alright, so real quick, guys. Do we talk about the Gorilla Glue incident?
I mean, y'all want to. I mean, I ain't got really no opinion on it. Except she's a dumb bitch. That's about it.
That sounds like an opinion to me.
I mean, yo, it's industrial adhesive. Why would you put that in your head? That's like saying, oh, let me go use Gold Bond to jerk off with. What?
I mean, if you want
Go.
something a little spicy, I mean,
No. Let me
Gold
tell you
Bond might
something,
be
man.
your.
One of the biggest mistakes I ever made was using an icy hot condom.
Oh,
When
the
they
fire
first,
and ice.
yes, when they first came out,
Yeah.
me and my wife thought it'd be a great idea to use them. Something different, something new, something to spice it up. First time we used it, no problem whatsoever. Second time we used it, felt like my dick was on fire. I said never again, and we threw them shits out. For 3 hours, I felt like someone had poured kerosene all over my penis and lit a match to it.
Yo, Tom,
What's up?
you use condoms? On record.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. But we talking about this was back in like 2007, 2008. Brother man hasn't used a condom since 2010. Now, I mean, matter of
No.
fact, what is this condom you speak of? I don't know what that
Oh
is.
yeah, all right.
Nah,
Don't
it's on
switch up,
record,
nigga,
man.
bro.
I mean, someone said something about pulling out, and I was like, oh, how do you do that? What is that?
Dang.
That's
Damn.
Shoot.
hell no, man.
Yeah.
I'm part of the Leave It Inside gang, bro.
Mm. But yeah, those memes are killing me though with the Gorilla Glue.
Yeah, I showed Carlos one today where someone made a cake out of it, bro.
Wow.
Oh man, stupid. An industrial adhesive you put in your hair. How dumb can you be?
Really dumb.
She figured the gorillas have a lot of hair, and they use it. Should be safe, right?
No, I think she was like her hairspray went out, and then she's like, "Oh," I said, "This is glue too, so I could use this in there." And like a dummy, she just didn't read the bottle.
Like a dummy.
And then Gorilla Glue had to come up with a statement saying not put their products on your body, like it says on the bottle.
Could be
Yeah, and
harmful.
hair is part of your body.
Yeah.
I swear, if she wins this lawsuit, I will lose faith in all of humanity.
She probably would. You know, big companies like that rather go for a settlement and shut the shit up rather than actually waste the time and money to, you know, fight the dumbass who
Well,
put glue in her hair.
well, that reminds me of a lawsuit that happened in the early '90s where some lady bought coffee at McDonald's. She was driving her son's sports car that didn't have cup holders. She bought hot coffee from Wawa, put it between her legs, it spilled and it burned her. She wound up suing McDonald's, stating that there was no warning label on the cup saying the coffee was hot. and she won. And I lost a few brain cells that day.
I mean,
This,
it's
bro,
kind of
this lady looked like she was 70 years old. This old bitch like she been drinking coffee for about 50, 60 years. You telling me all the goddamn years you been drinking coffee, you didn't know that shit was hot? Come
well,
on, you just look for a goddamn payday.
well, her thing was more so was like a disclaimer or because I did listen to a podcast about like that thing. Like because that's why the temperature, like her thing was like it shouldn't have been that hot. Like it should have been hot, but not like 300 degrees hot. So that's why they came up with like the new safety measures, like institutions with it. So it's like,
So I'm curious. So since women don't come with a warning label, if you don't pull out, they get pregnant. Can I sue her if I decide to leave it in? I mean, hey, listen,
I
you
mean,
didn't come with a warning. You didn't come with a
that's like two
warning.
different instances though, man. You know.
Hey, well, I
But
mean,
I get what you're saying, but like,
I didn't know she had this. I didn't know she had
it's
the Glizzy Glob 33500 with the wash machine mouth attachment. I didn't know she had that. Brother man
the
couldn't pull out.
I'm just saying like it's that kind of she wasn't looking for like a payday. She was looking more for like safety, like and like people do stuff like trying to make it better for people so they wouldn't suffer what she was going through.
That old bitch looking for a payday, bro.
Nah, man. Because they did the interview, that's what she was saying. She was like they doesn't need to be this hot, like because there's been a bunch of other people that did it, and like she basically was the face because there was a whole bunch of people that was getting hurt by the coffee, and she was looking like y'all need to do something with this. So she was like, let's just get this going, and I'll be out in front with it.
Conniving old bitch. I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, because there was a lot. I was like, damn, I didn't realize there's that many people getting fucked up by the coffee.
Me either.
Yeah, so that's why she's trying to get it regulated to where it be warm. Because a bunch of them was like they don't want to keep reheating it or like keeping or find a way to keep it warm, so they just put a whole bunch on there and leave it like that. Yeah, there's a whole bunch that went down. I was like, damn, that makes sense. But shoot. But
Tell you
they
something,
did
man.
also say it was easier for McDonald's to just settle out of what you call them then to out of court than it was to like
That's what I'm saying,
go
man.
into
They'd
court.
rather just do it and settle than spend the money. They're
Yeah,
gonna companies like that. They're gonna get the business. Like they're gonna sell more coffee because of that incident.
yeah.
And like I've heard from multiple people that McDonald's has the best fucking coffee you get at fast food place.
I've
It's like
never had their
it's
coffee.
apparently it's like surprisingly cheap, but they spend a lot of money. Like they lose money on their coffee. That's what
Are you sure they
I
lose
haven't tried
money?
it. Yeah. Well, they
I don't
just
think.
lost
I think they
whatever money they paid for that 77-year-old lady.
that was years ago though.
Yeah, that's the early '90s.
I'm just saying. I know
Yeah.
I said just, but you guys, you know what I mean.
Nah, I didn't know what you mean. But nah, it's I don't know. I have to listen to that one and then give y'all a synopsis on it
I
again.
believe you, dog. Warning label. Put it on the coffee. Coffee hot. I don't expect my coffee to be
Shit.
hot.
Oh my god.
Fuck, but I want hot coffee.
Yeah. Nah, but it's yeah, people like that, they
People like
try to look out
that.
for people.
Who needs war?
Shoot, war is inevitable.
Mm.
Mm.
Show is inevitable.
Well, do we have song suggestions?
Yeah, I got song suggestions.
Alright, I'll go first.
Dang, then
I
why you ask?
got.
Why didn't you just start out with it?
Well, I just need you guys to get prepared for it. Nightmare by Halsey.
You already did that one.
I didn't. You're stop bullshitting.
I'll tell you the exact episode you did it on.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Do it.
What is it about?
See, you don't even know what it's about. How do you know I did it?
Because it sounds familiar.
So, nigga, maybe you've heard it.
Mm.
This fucking guy. Say your song suggestion, man.
Now, what is it about? I'm curious.
Nightmare by Halsey?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you did that
Uh,
one too.
Yeah, that's what I'm
man,
saying.
listen. Then listen to it again, motherfuckers. I don't know what to tell you guys.
I did listen to it, but tell me what it's about.
I will tell you. Let me read the lyrics. 1 second. Go, someone go ahead and do theirs while I'm looking up
I would do 24 Hours by Gucci Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, he starts out by saying, "Damn, it's a good day." And, you know, he just goes from there. I was like, okay, Gucci, I see you. But, yeah, every 24 hours. Yeah, it's good. I liked it.
Uh, hmm. I'm going to go with. I'm pretty sure everyone knows this song, "Black Mags" by the Cool Kids.
the lyrics.
Pedal down the whip. Yeah, I know
Pedal,
that
pedal
one.
down the, pedal down the foothill, sir. But we're
Yeah.
not gonna say nothing.
Hey, you know what I meant. Yeah, I like
It's it's
their pennies is pretty good too.
Yup, love pennies.
it's basically a song about being kicked down, keep getting back up, and blah blah blah, and just persevering through it all.
Yep, heard
Yeah,
it.
no, yeah,
Check the podcast records.
I ain't checking shit. You guys want to prove me wrong? By all means, go listen to every ending we have.
Shoot.
That's this week's suggestion. That's what I'm
Hold
sticking
on,
with.
hold on. Before we end this podcast, let me just to all the listeners out there, be warned that if you start getting hit with the glizzy glob, you're not gonna win that battle, sir. Just pull out and go home.
Hmm.
Ain't no pulling out once you start getting hit.
Nah, bro, you're not gonna win that battle. Just pull it out.
Substitution jutsu.
Shit, you might have 18 years of misery in your future.
But
I know B.
not everyone not uses a condom,
Yeah, I'm just kidding, boy.
or a
Shoot.
pill, or
Mm.
a wipe. The women have wipes or some shit,
Mm.
Hmm.
or pull
So
out,
Just
or
beware the
just never
glizzy
put it
glob.
in,
Nah,
or the back hole.
absence abstinence is the best solution.
screw
Or
that.
there's also ear sex. I don't know what that is, but
Okay, Mayor West.
Yeah, my man probably just watched that Family Guy episode today.
I'd rather say. Or
Cause
Megan.
I know I watched it while I was cooking dinner.
I
Oh,
have not seen that
actually,
episode recently.
you know what? I do have a suggestion. I made cutting board steak tonight for dinner. It was absolutely amazing. Hold on, let me find the website. I suggest anyone who actually has the time and actually enjoys cooking to try this recipe out. I basically made the steak sauce from scratch, and it was absolutely amazing. And you literally just you cut the steak on the cutting board, and you eat it right off the cutting board. The website is overthefirecooking.com. I actually follow this guy on Instagram, and a lot of the food that he makes, I'm eventually going to try it. And I know he has a cookbook coming out that you can pre-order on Amazon. I forgot what it's called, but if you go to his Instagram page, Over the Fire Cooking, man, man, she got some bangers on there, bro. I tried that cutting board steak tonight. Man, that was definitely the glizzy glob of food, sir.
This
Hmm.
fucking guy. Alright, guys. That's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching or listening. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, share us, and we'll catch you next week. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.